Hello and welcome everybody to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. We're going to have another great show, and this is the first one of the evening, so there'll be lots of other shows coming on after me as well, so do stay tuned throughout. Now, if you would like to find me, there's two ways to find me. One, you can go to my website, which is gailmoffat.com, or you can find me on Facebook, and that's Gail Moffat, International British Spiritual Medium and Teacher. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? But anyway, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and now and every time I have to quote that quote, I think, oh, that was a long session. But anyway, try and find me. It's under Gail Moffat, but you'll see that it's a medium. And so what I would like to talk about tonight, and I spoke to Spirit, and they feel really, they inspired me to talk about one's emotions and one's feelings. And I know that we have lots of emotions and lots of feelings, and happiness, sadness, grief, pain, all sorts of things, and jealousy, that's a feeling, isn't it? And envy, all those sort of feelings that we have as a human being. And they're important feelings because it drives us, it motivates us in a course of action, which is important to have that motivation. Now, but one of the most important emotions that ripples through the spirit world and through the earth plane, and that it's almost like it's food for the soul, is actually love. For without love in our life, life can feel a little bit bleak. And my guide is wanting to say, he's talking to me in my ear, and he's wanting to say that if there are people out in our world that perhaps are a little bit lonely, that they're separated from family members, and they live quite a lot of the time on their own. And what he's saying to me is that what's important here is to understand that we are actually never alone, and that there is love that comes from the spirit world around us. For the spirit world is, in a way, is quite an incredible place, because it is full of this light. And when we talk about light, we might think about, the light that can be generated from a light bulb, or the light in daylight, or the light from the sun. The sun's quite a powerful light, isn't it? But the light in the spirit world is something else. And it's been shown to me, it's so bright and so brilliant, that brilliant as in bright, not as, well, it is actually awesome as well. But it's quite very, I just think it's just incredible when I've looked at the light, and Spirit has shown it to me. And that light gives you a sense of security, gives you a sense of ease, makes you feel less stressed. But along with that light is that spiritual love. And that spiritual love is able to surround all people. But what Spirit are saying to me is that we need to operate in the same way that the spirit world do. In other words, we need to fill ourselves with light, with positivity, and look to others to give them love and give them support. And I know that sometimes that's a little bit of a difficult thing to do, because not always we feel that way. But what they're saying to me is that if we can live in the light, in other words, we don't bring negativity and darkness and horrible stuff to our minds and our way of thinking, and we live in the light, and we bring love to others, then if we all did that, it would be a wonderful world to live in, wouldn't it? Anyway, so that's the end of my talk, and I'd like to speak to Sheila in Waldron, Saskatchewan, Canada. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hello, Sheila. How are you this evening?
I'm very well, thank you. And yourself?
Oh, not too bad. It's 1 o'clock. Well, it's 1:10 in the morning here because we're broadcasting from the United Kingdom. So I'm a medium, so that means I can connect to loved ones in the spirit world, but I can also look at aspects of your life. Is there a particular way that you'd like me to work?
I would like it if you could connect with my dad.
Right, great. I do like the mediumship. Right. Would you understand a sudden death?
Sudden, yes. But that's not my dad. That would be my brother-in-law.
That's your brother-in-law, because I'm just getting somebody that came in, and I just feel it was just very, very sudden, and it's almost like, and this doesn't surprise me actually, because what often happens if we ask for somebody, if somebody else in the spirit world has a big need, they will come forward. But I know that this gentleman that I've got passed very quickly. It's almost like I collapse. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does, actually. He was working and fell.
Feels like a heart attack or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I feel that when I look at him, he's coming across to me with a lot of frustration, and this is why he wanted to come jump ahead of your father. So I'm really sorry about this.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We can pick who we'd like to hear from, but if they have something to say, they come through.
Yeah, well, in a private reading, there's more time to explore everyone. But one of the things that he's saying to me is that he's very frustrated because there were certain aspects to his life that he just wished that he could have been there to sort things out, because I feel like he left things undone, but also unsaid. And I feel that this has caused somebody here a lot of pain. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Right. And he's saying to me that he sort of wants to apologise for dying. And obviously, that's not his fault. But he's saying to me that, because I feel that he, that there's a lady, I feel, that has got a lot of grief around him. And this feels like a wife or a serious, or a partner, a girlfriend or something like that, but a committed relationship. Would you understand that?
Yes, absolutely.
And he's telling me that she goes over and over in her mind, well, why didn't he do this? And why didn't he tell me this? And, I didn't know about this. And there's all this stuff going on in her head that has caused a great deal of pain for her. And this is why he wants to come forward, because he wants to ease her burden, because he's saying that her pain is quite substantial as a result of how he passed and how sudden it was and how things weren't able to be done. Because I feel that he needs to clear up some matters. Would that all make sense to you?
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to go yet.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What did you say?
He wasn't supposed to go.
No, no. And I feel that, and I just, he's saying to me that he wishes that oh, that's right. He's saying to me that his wife has had quite a hard time after his passing, because I feel that she's had to make some tough decisions as to her living environment, or and working environment and things like that. There's been some tough decisions that has caused her a lot of stress in her life, and she's saying to me he's saying to me that if he'd have been here, he would have made sure that she was all right. And because that was the sort of man that he was. He saw himself as a provider, as somebody who looked after his people, and he's so sad and so frustrated that he's not able to do that.
Makes sense.
And I feel that makes all sense, does it, as I'm talking?
Every word you're saying, yes, it does, absolutely.
Yeah, because he's saying to me that if only I'd been here, I would have done everything for her, because she was almost like the light of my life. She was, the love of my life. That it's like he adored her. But it's almost like she's had to put on this real juggling act in her life as a result of him passing. And I know that it's almost like I feel that he may have had symptoms that he didn't deal with. And this is where there's a little bit of frustration going on. Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't, but I can see if he had issues and he didn't take care of it, I can see why he'd be kicking his own butt. I can see that.
Yeah.
Excuse the way I explain that, but I think that's exactly right. I think with knowing him, he probably did have symptoms, and he never, ever once did he put himself first.
No, and he wasn't one for going to the doctors, I don't think. He's...
Nope.
I don't think he really liked going to the doctors, and I think if there was a bit of an ache and a pain, it'd go away soon, and he wasn't sort of he just wouldn't worry about things for himself. And also,
exactly right.
So he's, and I just get this feeling that he's just apologising all round, but he particularly would love to get this message through to his wife. It's his wife, isn't it? It feels like a wife. He just particularly would like to get that message across, like, I'm sorry and I love you. And he is saying to me that he is around her quite a lot. He's also talking about...
It's funny you say that, because she just said that the other day. She was doing dishes, and she got a whiff of the cologne that he used to wear. And she hasn't smelled that for a long time.
Wow. And I've gone all shivery when you say that, and that's spirit confirming what you're saying, that it was him. And you see, there was something else he was going to just quickly say. That's right. He's around his wife a lot, and he says that there was an occasion where there was a photograph that fell over in her home, and I feel that was him that did that.
It was actually a picture of him, and that happened just short of 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it
was right around the time when she was thinking of him, and his picture had toppled over. It didn't break.
Yeah.
It didn't break, but it caught her attention.
And I know that that's the picture that you're talking about, because I've gone shivery again, and
sorry.
No, that's all right. It's all right. It goes with the territory of being a medium, and it's comforting for me because it confirms to me that I'm getting it right. But I just know that he's confirming that was the picture, and just letting you know that he's around in her life, and just sorry that she's had to go through all this stuff since he's passed, and just wants to let everyone know that he loves them. So I'm sorry it's short and sweet.
We love him and miss him too.
And I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get your dad, but I think initially that's probably an important message. Find me on Facebook if you want to find me, gailmoffat.com. It's my website as well. So, thank you very much, Sheila.
Thank you. You have a great day, and love and light sent to you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Now, I want to go to Pam in Elliott, Iowa, USA. Hello, Pam. Are you there?
Yes.
And how are you this evening?
I'm doing fine.
Good. So I'm a medium, and I'm also a psychic. Is there which way would you like me to work? I can connect to loved ones in the spirit world, or look at aspects of your life.
Let's do aspects.
And we've got very short space of time, so where would you like me to focus?
Am I on the right path? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm just connecting. Right. What I'm being told by my guide, and this is his sense of humour. He said that everyone is on the right path, because that's where we're always where we're meant to be. But I just know with you that what he's also saying to me is that your life has been a bit of a stop-start situation around you. I feel like it's like you take one step forward, and then it's like 2 steps back, and then 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's because I feel like there's this sort of heavy struggle around you. Does that make sense to you, Pam?
Yes, it does.
And I'm being shown money as well, and it's just like coins are being put into my hands, and I just feel like, and it's like they're dropping through my fingers, and it's almost as though that, you know, as soon as money comes in, it goes out. Would you understand that?
Yes, I would.
And have you had some car trouble lately?
Yes, I have.
Because I'm just being told about the car trouble. And is there something to do with the gearbox?
The gearbox?
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay, because I was just getting something about car trouble, and you're aware of the car trouble, so I'll leave it there. But I just know that I'm being told that I feel like there's some people around you that is dragging you down as well, and I feel that if you during the day you're feeling you sometimes feel sort of a little bit more upbeat, but when people are around you during the evening, it sort of drags you down a bit. Do you understand that?
No, I don't.
So would you
understand? That doesn't make sense at all.
Okay, because I just get this sense of there's a frustration around you that, and I probably, it may well be that I can interpret it because the information comes in so subtly and quick, and goes back out again so subtly and quick. But I just get this sense with you that it's like there's a frustration around you, and it's almost like I feel very, very frustrated and very sort of, it's like you're looking to improve your life and looking to make a difference, and it's like you're going sort of in one direction and another direction. You don't know how, you're going around in circles, you don't know how to achieve that difference. But I just get that sort of, lots of frustration around you. And my guide is saying that his name is Arthur. He's a monk, and he's saying to me that although your life, I feel, has been over time been quite challenging, he said that you are about to move into a new period of your life, which will create a lot of differences around you. And it's like I feel this stream of light coming into you. And I'm being told that you're going to be receiving some healing as well from Spirit. And I know that this healing energy is coming to you that will make a difference to you from an emotional point of view, more than anything. And I'm being told that it's almost like hold on there and hold tight, because I would say by the end of this year and moving into next year, you're going to start seeing great differences in your life and start to see how you can, it's like there's going to be baby steps where changes will start to unfold. And he says that it's almost like you've come to the end of this period that you've been in for a number of years. And it feels like sort of 9, 10 years or even longer. It's like I just got this lengthy period of time that has been quite a struggle to you. And I know that it's coming to an end. Okay. Is that all resonating with you?
Yeah. I've had ups and downs.
Yeah, and I also I'm also being shown food as well, and I know that it's like I want to encourage you to eat healthily and look at your diet more, and I'm just getting that from spirits that they're it's like well, we can all have our unhealthy moments, and I'm just as guilty, but it's just that I know that there's some encouragement to eat more healthily, and I'm being particularly shown lemons and limes, and they're high in vitamin C. So I don't know if you have a high need for vitamin C in your diet, but I'm just getting that with you.
Yes, I do.
And also I'm being drawn, and they're working with food with you here now, and I'm being drawn to dairy products, and I'm just wondering whether dairy is an issue for you. Are you sometimes affected by dairy?
Yes, I am.
Because they're saying that it's wise to stay clear of dairy, and they're also now putting a glass of water, because I feel like I need to drink and be more hydrated with water.
Okay.
And so I'm coming to the end of the show now. So thank you, Pam, for calling in. I hope that's helped. And
thank you.
Thank you very much. And if you want to find me, I'm on Gail Moffat, International British Medium and Spiritual Teacher with Facebook or gailmoffat.com. Okay, thank you very much.
I appreciate the reading. I am moving at the end of the year.
Pardon? Right, okay, so we've got, so coming to the end of the show, one of the things that really strikes me that's interesting about the last reading is that the lady would like to know, is she on the right path? And my guide came forward and said, you know, we are always on the right path because our path is where we're meant to be, and spirit are all around us, looking after us, you know, trying to keep, and we're never alone, and we're always got that love and light from spirit around us. So anyway, so I hope you've all enjoyed the show, and just know that there is, if you wish to find me, it's gailmoffat.com. And I am also going to be doing a tour of mediumship in California and in Southern California. So if you're interested in coming along, it'd be lovely to see you. All details on gailmoffat.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.